Welcome to Sips and Spirits, a podcast for those who love spirits of both the alcoholic and spectral kinds. I am your hostess, Chelsea.
And I'm your co-host, Eric.
Hi. Hello, lovely.
Hello.
Handsome man.
I'm like, what we're supposed to do next? Oh, yeah, disclaimer. Hi. A little disclaimer before we get started to our little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
We're not historians in any way, shape, or form. Any facts or stories presented are from various sources, and we mean no disrespect if something is not presented 100% accurate. We make no claims that these tales are true. We just found them to be spooky and interesting in their nature.
Yeah, we are not mixologists, not professionally anyways. Cocktails and spirits are tasted for the first time during an episode recording, unless noted otherwise. And our spirit today is a brand new one for us. But something that's been on our list for actually quite a while, almost since the beginning of this.
I think I've been wanting to taste it even before we started doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, this looks interesting.
Well, I feel like when we were really looking around for spirits, this one popped up. And our cat is being a little
annoying today. And whatnot. But anyway.
So
what are we drinking?
Today, we are calling upon a spirit from Proximo Spirits in Jersey City, New Jersey. And if that sounds familiar, you're correct. This is the same distilling company who also produces Kraken rum.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that. So keep that in mind because this is going to reflect that.
Okay, then. We
are using the Sexton single malt whiskey to summon the stroke of midnight.
I'm just admiring this bottle.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bottle. It's 6 sides, right? So it's a hexagonal shape. I was going to say hexagon, but I was like, wait, how many sides does it have?
Again, we talked about a cool,
branding.
Yeah. The little skeleton on the cap.
So their logo is this, skeleton, and he's in a top hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful with, it's black bottle and label with copper accenting.
When there's out of order, I'm excited to try this.
You're not? This is actually good. So I get to talk a little bit and you get things poured out.
There we go.
So it's a beautiful bottle. And that's kind of what really attracted us to it. And then we were like, oh, look, it has a spooky accent to it.
Spooky accent.
And then as I did a little bit more research on it, we got a fun little spooky theme going at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we want to go ahead and give this a try?
Sure. Cheers this bad boy out.
All right.
Beautiful color. It smells amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Our cocktail smells really good.
Yeah, I'm excited for the cocktail.
Bottoms up. Or should I say slancha?
Slancha.
Slancha.
Because this is an Irish single malt whiskey.
Well, I know what I'm working for St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh.
Yep, that's Irish.
That's nice.
It's not petty though. It's nice. Ooh, definitely Irish.
Mm-hmm.
It has that Irish burn.
Oh my God. I am tasting all the notes. I know the flavor notes. They're there. It's beautiful.
This is delicious.
Oh, it grows on your tongue.
This is delicious.
I like it. And this is, definitely good. I'd love this, I think, with a whiskey stone would be nice. We'll have to break out our little,
Loch Ness.
WBC. Or, no, WBC. Our Scotchness monster.
Scotchness monster later. For our, I'm thinking more because one of the reasons why we went to jump to this is one of our other podcasts had a drinking episode that we like to listen to, and they mentioned the Sexton, and I was really wanting to make an old fashioned with this.
Well, I mean, I don't think we were more motivated to do it.
I was a little bit.
Oh. Well, I really wanted to try it before St. Patrick's Day, which is, we recorded this before it, but the episode will be coming out after.
Yeah, there we go. In that situation. But oh man, that is amazing. That's a pretty good, lovely thing. Kind of thing.
Oh, this is going to be so good with corned beef in it.
I'm so excited to try that though.
Yeah, right?
I know.
So, as I said, our cocktail's called the Stroke of Midnight. It has honey, citrus bitters. We used orange because as we discovered, when we went to the liquor store, we were like, we're trying to find citrus bitters because a cocktail called for citrus bitters. Now, is there actually citrus bitters, or is that any bitters that have a citrus flavor? And he said
the second one.
the second one. And you pick the citrus based off your preference. We didn't know when we were doing research online. It sounded like when people said citrus bitters, they meant orange bitters, so we went with that. And it'll be fun to kind of try this cocktail with different citrus bitters.
Yeah.
Because you add a lemon peel to this as a garnish, so I'm wondering how it would taste with a lemon bitters
or lime bitters.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be exciting to do.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's taste this stroke of midnight.
So it has honey, the Sexton, and some topped with champagne. So very simple cocktail. And I'm excited to try it because it smells divine. Oh my god, I love it.
Okay. The first drink wasn't too exciting for me. Second drink is a very refreshing drink. Makes me think like a New Year's drink though. Something you pour like a New Year's, but then like you can't make a lot of it easily because of the honey.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe someone has a tip for us on that. You add the honey and the whiskey and the bitters and you stir it with ice. They said to stir it.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wonder how it would come out if we did shake it.
Maybe next time we can try it again, shaking it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you stir with the honey, and the coldness of the ice, well, the ice makes the honey solidify.
Oh my god.
What?
I just had a moment. What if instead of the champagne, you topped it with Bunratty?
Bunratty
mead?
Ooh.
The honey mead?
Ooh. Something we're going to try. Experiments to come.
So I don't know. We used a Spumante type champagne. Maybe something a little different in flavor.
A little drier. More like a
I almost wonder like one of the Mum Nepos that we like.
No, Santana DVX.
Not the one I was thinking.
But anyway, it's a good cocktail.
It's nice. I like it. Actually,
I'm not a champagne drinker.
I'm not a whiskey cocktail person, but I actually really like this.
Yeah. So we both have different things that we don't like normally in this thing, but I can see myself enjoying this. You know, at least one glass.
I also had a lot of deciding power in some of the ingredients because I was like, you know what? I wanna use this champagne. It's been calling my name, and we used a nicer bottle of champagne for this, which usually we don't recommend you do for cocktails.
No.
But I like it, so bit of a biased opinion here.
You're like, I have to like it, kind of thing. Anyway, what can you tell me about this?
Actually, can I try yours? Because we used a different honey in each of ours.
Yeah, go for it.
Do we want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So you use a fancy honey, and I use Costco spread honey.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what tastes the difference.
Yours tastes so different.
Oh, wow.
It's like different cocktails. So something we should note as well. We did make a double version for this for both of us. However, Eric made it straight up as a double in the cocktail shaker when stirring up the mix. I did one, and then topped it all off with champagne.
Want to tell them what your bonus was with doing that? Or what the bonus of making this cocktail is?
The bonus?
Yeah.
Oh.
You got a honey lollipop.
I got my honey lollipop. Oh. Because I use this very special honey from my favorite winery. And it's a little on the pricier side. It's definitely special occasion honey. So I saved the special occasion honey for Sips and Spirits.
There we go.
And it's the honey itself is just golden deliciousness. So you'll probably see me on occasion sipping or taking a little lick out of this, because I didn't want the honey to go to waste. Yeah, and I ended up just repurposing the half ounce of honey that the recipe calls for when I mixed it both times, whereas Eric just added the full ounce when doubling up the recipe. So I wonder if that had another
Different taste
factor. Because, ours taste
very different.
very
But
different.
also very different honeys.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Man, we could have done like, you can make this cocktail with so different things because there's so many honeys out there. You can go like store brand. You can go to your local farmer's market to get honey. Ooh. A honeycomb.
Oh. Okay. So I guess I should get into describing this.
Yes, let's talk about this bad boy. This beautiful, beautiful.
So good.
Shh, don't do that. I'm about to like take another shot.
Well, you're welcome to sip out of mine.
Probably will.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about this?
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Sexton. It was created by Alex Thomas, who's one of the very few female master blenders in the industry of whiskey blending.
Cool.
Yes. So this is a woman-created liquor, which is really exciting. You don't hear much about them, especially being so prominent in being a master crafter of spirits. So it's always very exciting to hear. And the whiskey itself uses an unpeated Irish malted barley.
Okay, I was gonna say like I don't taste the peat in this kind of thing, but it's really good. Like you still get the Irish experience from it, like from the Irish whiskey, but it's not like the peatiness of it.
So it's distilled in copper pot stills, then aged in Oloroso sherry casks from Jerez, Spain.
From where? Jerez?
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 I think.
You should have in your tasting notes flavors of dried fruit, nuts, and honeycomb, which is why this goes so well with the honey.
I'll take another sip of this.
Yeah, if you just try it straight up, it's like I get that dried note the dried fruit in the sweetness, and then you get the how do you describe the nut? Like, you know, that meaty flesh flavor you get in nuts? You get that as it builds. And then in the end, there's that subtle, like the honeycomb. And I think about that experience where I had honeycomb for the first time. Yeah. And you just eat that straight up. It tastes just like that.
I wonder if instead of putting straight up honey, you muddle honeycomb. And then you stir it.
Or you put the honeycomb in the glass. You pour the Sexton into the honeycomb.
And then the bitters. That's what you got built in the glass, kind of thing?
built in the glass instead of in a shaker.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
All right.
Where can we get honeycombs?
Once. Local farmer markets.
Let's go. Let's win this farmer market. Honeycombs.
Sexton, the episode where we just talk about different ways we can change up this cocktail.
I'm like, wait. Make sure we understand. Honeycombs, the actual honeycomb, not the cereal.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
No. Sexton, the cereal.
So their slogan for this spirit is, "You have a single life, drink a single malt."
Okay, then. I can dig it.
Their eternal guarantee is quite amusing. And I quote, "Sexton reminds you that life is too short for bad whiskey. The Sexton is the best tasting single malt in this life or the next. If you disagree, we'll refund your purchase." That's their guarantee. Now, if you click on the link, it says the offer has expired. So I don't know if that's supposed to be ironic when they're playing on the whole dead theme. But what do you say? Are you satisfied with this?
I'm very happy with this. Now, if you ask me what's another single malt whiskey that I'm drinking, I cannot tell you. But I like it.
Now, in the true spirit of Proximo Spirits, when you are creating a whiskey or a spirit with a amusing theme, they never disappoint, because they had some reviews on their eternal guarantee that I'm going to share, both positive and negative reviews. Okay. So the reviews included were as follows: "I hated this whiskey. Went right through my rib cage." By A. Skellington. "The Sexton's incredible smooth taste is the only thing that makes me feel alive again." P. Othamus.
I don't get
Okay, so Pothamus. Look up Pothamus.
Pothamus.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll explain to you later.
Okay.
It's funny.
Okay.
And then the last one is, it tastes too earthy. Then again, most things do when you're underground, by D. Edmond.
D. Edmond.
Yes.
That's funny.
So right now, their site has undergone some changes since I put together my notes.
Mm-hmm.
They are doing a partnership with The Walking Dead.
Okay.
I guess there's a new season or something coming out. We don't really keep up with that. We're not big zombie people. So I think Sexton is currently the official spirit for The Walking Dead.
Okay.
So they're doing like some promotions with that. So some of the things that I found, they weren't as easy to find
anymore.
Again. So, but you might be able to, if you type in the Sexton and then guarantee on Google, it does pull up that page, even though you can't find it on the website just by browsing it. But it made me chuckle quite a bit.
That is kind of funny.
Especially when I started looking at the names of the reviewers.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find this recipe on Sexton's website, and I just love the name of the cocktail. It's a Stroke of Midnight. And yeah, that's about it for me. Because just like in the same fashion as Kraken, they didn't really have too much. When you do a search on Alex Thomas, you do get some more information about her and just her crafting journey. A lot of people have interviewed her. Wine Enthusiast has given them really good ratings and whatnot. So it's worth taking a look into if you're curious about those kinds of things. We're still learning ourselves, so I always love to try and find more of that. But Proximo really likes to keep their spirits and like the origins of their design and creation kind of a mystery. Because it makes it a good marketing tool, right?
No, yeah, for sure. Like it makes it like, oh, why are they doing this kind of thing? And whatnot. But no, it's definitely a very good whiskey. I'm enjoying the cocktail more and more as I'm drinking it. Keep counting DMs. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not a champagne drinker for the most part. I will drink it if it's poured to me, but it's not like my go-to thing. The only time that I choose to go for a champagne is during New Year's. So this would be a great New Year's drink kind of thing. But like, again, it's hard to make a lot of it because of the honey. But if we build it like you were saying with the honeycomb, they can like grab a glass, get like 10 glasses, 10 honeycombs, build it on there. I think that'll be perfect.
Well, I know it's not exactly true to a bee's knees, but it does make me think of that. So it would be a perfect alternative for maybe if you want more whiskey drinks at a kind of roaring 20s kind of party. Thank you. Because the drink really has that kind of look of a sidecar or a bee's knees.
Excuse me.
And yeah,
it's definitely the more I'm drinking, the more I'm enjoying it for sure.
Yeah, it definitely grows on you. I actually was already a fan, so if you're a honey person, you're a champagne person, if you're a whiskey person, you're gonna end up really enjoying
there's something here for everybody to enjoy, kind of thing.
And they meld really well.
Yeah, actually, I was kind of curious how that champagne and whiskey when they mix together, but because like I'm thinking of a peaty whiskey, and so this one not being peaty at all makes it like, okay, it's completely different. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Cool. Before we get started on my part of the story.
Oh, yeah?
I want to share a little fun tidbit that happened to me recently.
Oh.
I shared it with you already over text messages. Chelsea's been starting to work evenings, so I've been taking care of the kids at nighttime before going to bed. And even though I am always the largest person in our bed, I take up the least amount of space. I for some reason I always gravitate to the edge. I like sleeping on the edge for some reason and whatnot. So I'm laying with my kids, sleeping on the edge, and my back's pretty much parallel to the edge. My knees are bent to leave a little space there, and then my feet are sticking out. I'm looking there. The kids are almost asleep, and I kid you not, I feel the spot right behind my legs straight pushed down, and I'm like, Don't react. what is going on? Did we haunt this room? Is there a spirit here now? And then I feel a nausea, something like nuzzling against my knee. It's like, oh, it's my cat. My cat perfectly landed. What's up? He's looking up at us. Perfectly landed right behind my knees, as it felt like it was two hands pushing down, but it was all his four paws. And I was like, don't react, don't react, don't react. It was like terrifying of anything ever like it happened to me recently. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, you ever want to feel like you live in a haunted house? Just get a cat.
I know, right?
They're like the perfect, like, visible ghost.
Like, sometimes he would jump into the bed, like, all, like, frantically and move everything. Sometimes he would just, like, bloop, like a little feather. Like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. He's really good at that, too.
Yeah.
Where he kind of just, like, poofs onto the bed.
But that was a little fun tip I want to share with you guys. My life still has lots of spookiness. Anyway, are you ready to get terrified?
Yes.
Okay, I hope this is a good would you rather.
Okay.
Okay.
They're all good, honey.
And now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, I don't think I've shared it before, but I think I have had it for a while. Anyway, so would you rather fall asleep quickly? Okay, but every time you do, you have sleep paralysis, and you see the Hat Man in your sleep paralysis and experience him. Or take a long time to fall asleep, but as you're about to enter your sleep state, you hear whispers and see shadows move.
Oh, mother. Ugh. Well, I'm going to go with the second one because I'm used to that already. But I also get the sleep paralysis, so what the heck? Would that mean I don't have it anymore?
Sure. You'll experience one of them.
Yeah. I mean, whispers and what? See shadows?
They see shadows moving.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd go with that one.
You go with that one?
I already take forever going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get how you can just, like, lay down. Your head hits the pillow and you're out.
I'm out.
It's not fair. And you?
Well, the fact that I fall asleep quickly, and I've had sleep paralysis, and the Hat Man, I've experienced that. I haven't seen the shadows move in a long time, just because I haven't had a problem sleeping in a long time. When I've had a problem sleeping, I'll be there, and then I'll see is that something moving? Do I have to throw something in it? Oh, it's just my shirt. Okay, cool. Kind of thing, but so, I'm very curious. I'm on the whole Hatman experience, and I want to know how to trigger it.
What is wrong with you?
Because I'm curious.
No, so... Really? Oh my gosh. So, I was going to say, I had this thought while you were talking. I was like, I don't want to willingly go into an experience with an entity that when you look it up online, people have had some not so positive experiences with it. And you're like, yeah, I want to figure out how to make it happen. Knowing my luck, you'd figure it out, but I'd be the one experiencing it. No, thank you. Why are we going into the realms of dreaming? This is not making me comfortable, and I'm getting really nervous with this story. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going to have an episode tonight, aren't I?
But yeah.
Oh my God.
So, second one for you?
Yeah. Take forever to fall asleep. Hear some whispers and shadows before I conk out.
So what if the shadows are actually moving shadows? And not just your clothes falling? Or the cat moving around?
Heck, just hang out, guys. I'm gonna sleep, okay?
You sound so tired already.
You're exhausting me with this frightening perspective. I'm getting so stressed and tired.
Hear that? I've had this would you rather for weeks, and I just didn't want to use it. Ever since we've done the previous episodes, the crypto episodes, I'm like, okay, I have it. I want to use it. Oh, I can't use it. And I was like, yes.
And see,
perfect.
this whole time you're asking, I have Ezra and the Hatbox Ghost staring at me.
There you go. Look at that. You have some friends. Your friends
And
on
I
the other
was like,
side.
it's the top hat ghost.
Your friends on the other side.
And Ezra has a bowler hat.
Okay. Are you ready for more?
Oh my God.
You take a breather?
Oh, if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, Ezra and the Hatbox Ghost are from the Haunted Mansion.
Who's Ezra?
He's one of the hitchhiking ghosts.
Oh, okay.
They actually have names.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know this.
Yeah.
There's the hitchhiking goes to me always. And by always, I mean since we started dating.
Oh.
I before we started dating, if you show me pictures of these guys, I'm like, I don't know where they're from. Because I've probably seen them once or twice. And I didn't put it into memory.
Hmm.
But I was like, now that I've gone to Haunted Mansion like a million times. I'm like, okay, now I know.
My fault.
Yeah, your fault.
Okay. Let's get the story going.
You ready for the story?
Mm-hmm.
One night, I had a strange dream. In the dream, I woke up and went downstairs looking for my mom. She was lying on the sofa in the living room, but there was a ghostly figure standing next to her. I stood there motionless, just watching her. As I stood there, the floor creaked and it turned. It had black holes instead of eyes, but even without the eyes, I felt like it was staring at me deeply, angrily. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run to her and warn her, but couldn't make a sound. I felt so helpless, not remembering this was a dream. I silently begged and woke up. It was morning, and tears filled my face. As I was getting up, I was still shaking and terrified. I decided to keep the dream to myself and not tell my mom. I was sure she would just make fun of me since she thought most of this stuff was fake. While having breakfast, she mentioned how she had fallen asleep on the couch last night and had a strange dream. In the dream, she said she woke up to find a ghostly-looking figure watching her silently, its eyes pitch black, filled with anger. She wanted to scream. She wanted to get up and move, but couldn't. Her mouth would open, but no sound would come out. She was sure that it was a dream, but it still wouldn't wake up. Right before she was able to shake herself awake, the ghostly figure disappeared. After breakfast, we walked into the living room and saw something that made us both shake in fear. There was a large, dirty stain on the wall behind the sofa. It was in the shape of that ghostly figure.
That's your story?
That's my story. That's it.
What the heck is wrong with you? And what's with all the dreams?
Dream? I don't know. When you told me the theme of this, that's what came to my mind. For some reason, I don't know.
Skeletons in the afterlife?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's what felt like it.
Hey, it works.
It worked.
Oh my God.
Dream,
You start off. I had a dream where I went downstairs to check on my mom. It's like, have I told you this story?
Have you had a dream that you shake this to your mom?
Oh my God. Up until it was a ghostly figure, like, I've had a creepy dream with my mom and I went to check on her. What the heck? What the heck? Where did you find this story? I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah. What?
You know, that's always interesting when they find stories about people who, especially in the dream world, when they have encounters in the dream world or like in a trance,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they get back to reality, there's traces of it there, kind of thing. And then we've heard a few stories of like that kind of thing. And then you know, the last story we talked about the people having with the new house, you know, and then you know, like the guy was kind of like falling asleep and then was hearing the knocking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and then that's how his family found it, and the knocking started again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always kind of interesting when like it's like you think it all stays in the dreams, but then what if the reason is there was because it was there in real life, and then it seeped into your dreams?
You know, we could go a whole 2 hours talking about dreams.
Dreams.
And the freakiness and creepiness of experiences. No. Oh my God, I'm so stressed right now. This is not the direction I thought this episode was going to go. I'm really
I guess I'm not sleeping tonight.
Well, so I used to suffer from really, really bad, horrific, like, let's say Hellraiser, like, level violence and gore of nightmares. Probably why I don't really like them as horror movies. Not my go-to kind of films.
How do you get to that point in life?
What do you mean?
How do you get to have those kind of nightmares?
I just had them.
Okay.
I'd have them, like, especially, like, I want to say from 8th grade through high school, a little bit of early college. And I hadn't even seen those kinds of
We should find you a dream doctor and find out what that means.
I don't want to, because usually, I don't know what this means, but half the time, I mean, I wasn't me in the dreams, but I was witnessing the aggressor's actions.
Huh.
Yeah. As if I was in their body, but it wasn't me in my brain, but had no choice.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I've had dreams like that.
But it's a horrible feeling because you're doing horrible stuff.
But you're the type of person who can't control your dreams, huh?
No.
Oh.
We've had this discussion many a time, and you think it's so weird. I have no control over my dreams.
I have
but I'm fully conscious it's a dream.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, I'm just dreaming. Now I've got a strawberry sundae. It's all good. Like
I have 83% control of my dreams. It's a weird yes and no. Recently, a lot of my dreams involve me taking the train to work, and then waking up at weird times, and then realizing, oh wait, I'm still sleeping in the train. This is a dream. So whatever's going on is not real. Like I'll wake up and my bike's missing, or I'll wake up and the train's falling off a hill, or I'll be bike riding and then all of a sudden my bike completely breaks down. I was like, wait, this is a dream. Just wake up, Eric. Kind of thing. I don't think I ever had sleep paralysis until I started dating you.
I passed it on.
And then that's a lie. I remember once before you that I had sleep paralysis. And that was an interesting situation. But besides that, I can't remember any other time until I was dating you. And that was more consistently. And we talked about that. About the one time I was seeing lights in my sleep paralysis. And I've seen the top hat man in my sleep paralysis.
Thankfully, I haven't.
You know where I saw him? Remember that apartment? That one bedroom apartment we had? In
Santa Clara?
In Fremont.
Uh-huh.
I saw him at the door.
I had so many sleep paralysis episodes there.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I had these very horrific dreams. Sometimes I was the witnesser of them. Sometimes I was running from this very horrific scenes. And I ended up came up with a story about a girl who had such bad dreams that she made a deal with a demon to just not have any dreams, to kind of help me cope in a way.
No, you have no dreams?
Now I either remember my dreams or I completely don't remember them. And it's not like they're always really weird, bizarre dreams.
Mm-hmm. She'll wake up and go I had a weird dream. What was it about? I have no idea.
Or it's just I fell asleep and then I woke up. So
you're feeding this demon. You created a demon or summoned something, and now you're feeding it your lovely dreams and hopes.
I don't know.
It's always something interesting that I've been curious about. It's what causes nightmares, and what causes can you trigger nightmares?
I mean, I want to say yes. I think you are influenced by things that you've either watched in media or just experienced in your daily life. I think those do cause some dreams. But then there's times where I know when I was really, really young and I'd have a dream, and I have a lot of reoccurring dreams, or I'd have anniversarial dreams.
That's slightly terrifying.
Yeah, where I know I'd end up having the same dream. I wouldn't think about it until after on Halloween for 3 years in a row. I had the same dream. The first year, it was a weird dream. Then the second, which actually was very similar to how that story started. So it was so weird that it happened to be that kind of involvement. The next year, I didn't think I was going to have it. I didn't even think about it. Then I had the same exact dream. And then the third year, I was like, okay, probably subconsciously, I was like, okay, I've had this same dream 2 years in a row.
I don't think I've had the same dream, but I've had like continuation dreams when I wake up. Like I'll wake up and like, oh wait, I gotta go back to a dream. Mostly because I met some cute girl.
I've had continuation dreams too. And I also have a lot of deja vu dreams where I dream about it. And then like a month or two later, I have that experience.
Well, the reason I ask about triggering nightmares is because back in the 90s, people would like, during Halloween, don't drink all your candy because you'll have nightmares. Kind of thing. And I was like, is that really true? Like, if you do a lot of sugar, you get nightmares?
It's an Ebenezer Scrooge thing. He's seeing ghosts. It's causing or it's just a bout of indigestion, right? But
you know, like, because like, you know, like when we used to binge watch Supernatural, I used to have dreams of Supernatural, and some of them were scary and some of them were not. You know, some episodes were scary and some of them were not, kind of thing. So it's like, is there a way to trigger dreams to be like fantastical or a replay of your day or nightmares and that aspect of things?
Like, where does your brain have to be to onset one of those things,
to create that kind of thing? And also, like, you know, like people say, or people talk about how like people you see throughout the day, you know, like even if you don't like register you saw them, like they'll appear in your dreams, kind of thing. And I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, they're like, of course, before you. I'll be like, man, that was such a cute girl in my dreams. Where did I see her? I gotta find her again.
Right, yeah. Well, that always freaks me out, though, when they're like, well, anything or anyone you've ever seen in your dreams, you've actually met them before and you're just remembering them, recalling them in your dreams. And it's like, God, I really, really hope that's just some internet made up thing, because there's some beings I've met in my dreams. I don't know how I would have met them in real life.
I've never met anybody like, I've never seen anybody in my dreams and I'm like terrified to like meet in person. Like I remember my running away dreams, like running away from somebody, but this was like when I was a kid. Like I'm thinking like 6.
Where that's possibly just like an instinctual, like that stranger danger built-in fear.
Yeah. So like I had a nightmare, like, you know, like I guess I'll say like a serial killer nightmare. Like I've never had one since I was a kid. I've had like, I can't remember my last nightmare I've had, but I've had dreams where like I'm fight. I like, if there's usually like the path to go to nightmares. Usually it's me fighting something, but like I'm, as you guys know from my would you rather, I'm very confrontational to my to my things. So I'm always like, you know, I'll find myself confronting whatever I'm dealing with in that situation. Mostly like very physical. Like I don't like make things appear and like do that, but yeah, I don't know. It's just we can go on and on, but this whole dream topic, right? And it's just it's very curious to me because it's again the whole idea of like, well, what is the dream? Is it
your life influencing? Is it your stresses influencing?
Is it your life? Is it your memories? Is like, you know, do dreams have meaning? Do they if you dream about an apple or whatever, you dream of the color red, you know, does it have a certain meaning to life, or is it just your brain just shooting different things to, you know, your visual aspects of it, kind of thing?
Well, and I always find what is that? The sleep paralysis. Just cases of that always really intriguing for me. Like it always makes me a little nervous when I watch or read something about it, because it usually does, and it's probably subconscious, right? Triggering an episode. There was this documentary, and I can't remember.
I remember. No,
I think it was called Nightmare.
I think it was called Nightmare.
But it was like
to look it up.
5 or 6 different people who were just sharing their different experiences of sleep paralysis, and like they kind of start off the same. Some of them deviate. Some are very, very similar, like bizarrely similar.
So.
And then we saw that movie was actually pretty good. It wasn't called Mara, was it?
Mara, yeah, Mara.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was interesting.
Where it ties into the whole idea of a sleep paralysis demon.
So back to the whole sleep paralysis, and everybody having a different experience. The one thing that a lot of people have in common in sleep paralysis, the top hat man.
Yes, I know. This is why he keeps coming up, and we need to stop talking about him.
The question is so many people see him. Is it real?
I hate when you ask a question like that because I swear I'm always hearing like thumping walking around. Not about specifically this character, but you ask about. Do you hear her talking?
I don't hear her talking.
Oh my god, I'm hearing.
Could be people downstairs watching TV.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing. But no, it's interesting because people all around the world have sleep paralysis. People all around the world have seen the Top Hat Man.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. So it's like one of those things, like what's going on. And but again, it could also be one of those. So for me, like.
But it's too bizarre and too widespread to be coincidental.
Yeah, I didn't know about the Top Hat Man like being a thing for everybody until much later after I've seen him a few times. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's the case for a lot of people. Like they see him a few times. Like they'll see, like people won't talk about it for a while, and then once they talk about it, they'll be like, "Oh wait, I've seen him too," kind of thing. So it's like, what creates this to be real and that kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go somewhere else with this topic before you went off on that, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's cool. But yeah, no, dreams are fascinating.
Yeah. Do you guys have any interesting, scary dream experiences to share with us?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think dream realm really gets us intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
I may not be a big believer in aliens, but those dreams. Does anyone else have like major dream problems? That it's like that's part of why I have such a hard time falling asleep. I think because I never know what I'm gonna experience.
Because when you fall asleep, you drown.
In all my dreams, I drown.
It's a great song. I was just thinking about in at least my personal experience, anecdotally, I would say when I dream, I sleep the best. Versus when I don't dream, because I'm restless, I don't get to that point. I feel like I don't sleep at all. But now, also depends on the kind of dream. If I have like a adventure dream where it's like a normal kind of thing, and it feels like it's like a long story, it's not too bad. I sleep well. But when I have like a quick dream, and I get to wake up kind of thing, that's when I go like, oh, I don't want to get up, kind of thing.
Now, do you ever have? You said you had where you can have a dream that continued on, a continuation. Do you ever have where you wake up?
Yes.
And you jump right back into the dream you were dreaming?
So that's my continuation. I don't have like a continuation from a different day. It's only continuation the same night.
I thought you meant like you go to sleep and the next night, or then the next night you go to sleep and you have the same. You continue on the dream. No, but you mean you wake up and then you go back to sleep.
I wake up and I'm like, okay, like I will wake up and like, do I really need to go to the bathroom? No, okay, let's go back to the dream.
Because I've had both.
Let's go talk to that girl.
And I hate the ones where I have it the next night. It continues on because I really didn't want it to keep going to begin with. Like there's one like lately where we've been trapped in this like. Yeah, you're there.
Be terrifying dream.
It's me and like you, but a bunch of other people too. But we're not. Our kids aren't there, but we're trying to protect some kids because this house is like. You haven't seen The Collector, but it's kind of the same people who did Saw, so that kind of thing. But it's a house, but it's a really weird like Dr. Seuss styled house. That's the best way to describe it. But it's all very dark, gloomy.
Creepy
right?
Dr. Seuss.
It's really. I don't like it. And every time this dream starts up, I'm like, I swear in the dream, just like, fudge. Not this again.
You know what would be terrifying?
It's because it's so exhausting.
A continuing dream, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is a scenario. You are trying to get away or trying to do something to escape the situation. And then you open the door and you escape the situation and you wake up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go back to sleep the next night or whatever, it's you coming out of that door back into the situation.
Dude, it's like an escape room thing, and that is exactly what's happening. It's not, no.
That is terrifying to think
I'm sorry,
about.
I don't know why I called you dude. That was weird.
Yo, dude. What's up, dude? Hey, babe.
When I get really frustrated with people, that's when I start saying dude.
That would be terrifying. Like, where like you're trying to escape this nightmare, per se, and then you get back into it, and the only way back, and when you keep coming back to it because that's what the situation is going. Makes you think of Gravity Falls.
Like the bottomless pit.
No, with Cypher Bill. He kicks a one room into another. When they're in.
Oh, when in Stan's brain.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Kind of thing, but like.
Oh my god.
But no, like I just thought of it. I was like, man, that was totally be horrible. Like, you wake up, I was like, oh, I'm finally out. Cool. Let me wash my face.
Just kidding.
And then you come back, just kidding.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
Terrifying. Anyway.
Yeah. Why don't you go to sleep on time? Just get some rest.
Because
I don't get to rest in my dreams.
In all my dreams, I drown.
Oh my god.
I feel that song resonates with you more and more.
You have no idea why I'm so obsessed with that song. I love it.
I just think it's a great song.
Yeah, well, when you can relate to it in a bizarre way.
This drink is really good.
Yeah, right? It's
like right now, like it's going to like cool down to like room temperature. It is not a bad drink.
I'm almost like, you know what? How I would have done it? I would have had the honey just at the bottom, added the Sexton, chilled the glass. So made sure like had your glass chill overnight, so it's all nice and frosty.
Got some good glasses too, so don't break.
Add the honey at the bottom, add the Sexton and the bitters, stir it up just however little you want, and then top it with the champagne. And then it's just like it all starts to unfold as you drink it more and more, and it warms up.
Let's experiment.
So, guys, we have a lot of different ways you can change up this drink if you don't like the way that they describe making it.
If you try something different, let us know and tell us how it comes out, because I'm gonna buy another one of these bottles and just gonna experiment.
It's the cocktail of 1,000 different preparations.
Kind of thing. It's very good overall, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and whatnot.
Yeah. All right. Well, so
with that creepy conversation,
shall we move on to our new cryptid? And I'm gonna laugh so hard behind you.
I forgot to grab those.
They're right behind you. By the dinosaur head? Oh no, just kidding. What is that deck over there?
That's a hard drive.
Oh.
I know where to put it.
I was like, it looks like a card deck. So it's time to draw another cryptid. I'm going to laugh if it's a dream-related cryptid.
I know, right?
Actually, it'd be kind of creepy.
That'd be terrifying. You ready to reveal?
Yes.
The new dream demon. And our next cryptid is going to be... This is terrifying. Holy moly.
What is it?
It's called... Kalupiluit.
Can I see?
Not a dream.
Holy tamale.
Holy tamale, that's terrified.
Kalupiluit. Well, okay, it's an Inuit creature, so we're going to have to look up the pronunciation to do.
I'm pronouncing this horribly wrong.
Oh my god, this illustration is flipping me out.
Terrifying.
This is so scary.
You okay there?
Oh my god. Kualupiluli.
Kualupilui.
I'm going to have to look it up. I'm sure there's a pronunciation.
There's a lot of L's and a lot of U's and a Q.
Inuit. An Inuit cryptid that we can't pronounce the name of. Ugh. That was really creepy.
Terrifying picture. Thank you, Clash of the Cryptids.
Yeah, right? So if you guys are curious about these cards, once again, we're going to repeat it every time, but it's from Afterlight Comics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The card game is called Clash of the Cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very amazing art.
Beautifully illustrated. It'd be fun to play the game. Maybe we'll do that. We'll have a drinking game with the game.
Drinking game.
You're like, do you have to add liquor to everything? Yes, because it sips and spirits.
There we go. I would say this is a dangerous cocktail because I'm like, I don't know if it's 2 shots of whiskey I've had or it's a delicious cocktail.
I don't know. I could go for some more champagne too.
We got plenty to pour.
Mm-hmm.
We opened it up. We gotta finish it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, with that terrifying experience,
I'm like, how the heck am I gonna make a riddle out of that guy?
I can think of a few things. But anyway,
okay.
Let's do our last call.
Yeah, let's do our last call. I think we've rambled on long enough.
Do we terrify you guys yet?
Are you scared?
Hopefully you don't have nightmares. I know you will.
Thanks.
Thanks for sipping along with us. We want to keep those.
I didn't know you were gonna stop.
Oh.
The thanks was for him. The sarcastic thanks was for him, not for you guys. Our thanks for you is very genuine.
Thanks for sipping along with us again. We want to keep those spirits flowing, so please be sure to show your support by reviewing and subscribing to our podcast. If you enjoy the show, be sure to share with others.
Yeah.
Have a conversation about dreams. Have the conversation about like, hey, are dreams real? Do they mean anything? What do you think about it? Do you have those dream books on your shelf? Do we have a dream book on our shelf?
No.
I thought we did.
A dream book?
Yeah, like a dream meaning book.
No, because I don't believe in meanings and dreams.
No. But you believe in crystals?
I don't.
You believe in tarot?
I mean, that's a strong word.
Strong
believe.
word.
I enjoy reading tarot.
Yeah, I think, hey, you know what? Hey, I don't knock anything you believe in. Whatever makes you happy, go for it. Anyway. Share with us. Talk about dreams. Yeah. Talk about your demons. Drink some stuff.
Come check out Chelsea's next Chills with Chelsea.
See how I use that terrify my wife. God, I'm gonna flip that card over.
It's really creepy, and it's like eyes are just staring at you. The black void of blacking eyes.
It's not okay. It's not like super creepy, but like it just shocked me to see it the first time.
No, it is. It doesn't. It does have hands. Yep. Or does it?
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you can find us on our website. I can't handle this. Erica's broken Chelsea.
Victory.
Oh
my
took 15
God. Episodes.
I'm like tearing up. You can find us on our website, sipsandspirits.com, on all podcast hosts, and Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. We have all the socials under Sips and, as in the letter, Spirits. Yeah, we are most active on Instagram, I would say.
Yes.
We do these fun little reels on TikTok.
Tic-tac.
Tic-tac.
What are you like? Okay, there, boomer.
Can't. Episode's over, guys. See you next week. I mean, in 2 weeks.
Anyway.
We do these fun reels on TikTok and Instagram. Dressed in ghost sheets, doing something silly.
Like boo ghost, not like racist ghost.
What are you trying to do to me tonight? We're just trying to wrap up the episode, and it's the longest wrap up in the history of our episodes so far. Anyways.
We hope to catch you.
You can...
Oh, just kidding. You're not done yet.
I'm not done yet. You keep interrupting me.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Anyways, we have a lot of fun, and it's a great way to get in touch with us, get more personal with us. We love the conversation. We love chit-chatting with you. And, yeah, if you guys know anything about this Inuit creature,
let us know.
Share
with us before we do this episode, because I have no idea how to make a cocktail of this.
Whew.
I have an idea.
I have some ideas, too. Yeah. So.
What do Inuits drink?
Don't get into that right now.
Anyway,
we're ready to close the tab now.
But
yes?
if Instagram, like, if we want to see know how active we are, like, I'll get like notifications about you guys' comments or likes, and I'm like, hey, did you see what so and so said, or what did so and so say? I don't read them because she's the one who controls them, so I'll wait for her to like tell me like, hey, check this out, kind of thing, and then I'll check it out, kind of thing. But most of the times, like, I'm like, oh, somebody said something, I'm curious, kind of thing.
You can still look,
but then you told me you don't get notifications, so you don't see them.
But it's fine. I check anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll still see it.
Well, because last time
the little red bubble goes away.
yeah, you told me that goes away, so you don't realize they're there. But
anyways, it's time to close our tab and say that we hope to catch you around the bar next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.